Hey everyone, Billy Aiken here, and in this video we're going to talk about 5 steps to optimize your YouTube videos fast in 2019. So if this is your first time here, I want to encourage you to click on the subscribe button below and hit that notification bell right next to it so you'll be notified as videos just like this come out. So why do you need to optimize your videos? Very simply, if you don't take the necessary steps to optimize your video correctly, there's a massive potential to lose views, watch time, and subscribers. And there are 5 key ingredients to a good quality YouTube video that provides value, it entertains, and provides a solution to their problem and increases your audience size. And that's ultimately the goal, is you want to rank your videos and you want to be able to increase your subscribers. So that's what this video is going to be all about, is for the 5 steps that you need to take in order to make sure that your videos are optimized properly. So step number 1, we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. Step number 1 is going to be the setup. The setup. So what do I mean when I say the setup? So whenever I say this setup, I'm referring to whenever you're shooting your videos, the equipment that you're using, the software you're using to do your screencast, to edit your videos. It's important to have the proper equipment to make sure that your videos are very professional. So if you have bad lighting and bad sound and your video just doesn't have that good quality, professionalism to it, people are more apt to jump off, bounce, and go to someone else and look at their videos. In order for you to be able to ensure that your videos are professional, you have to have good quality sound, good quality lighting. You have to have stabilization if you're using a DSLR camera or a smartphone. And you have to be able to edit your videos in a way where you're cutting to each scene in a professional manner. So let's take a look at some examples. Well, the first thing we're going to look at is an iPhone external microphone. So anybody and everyone that is just getting started, shooting YouTube videos, most people will just use their smartphone. They'll use their iPhone or their smartphone. And so what you need is a good quality external microphone to connect to your phone. So when you're shooting your video, you'll have professional sound quality. So if you have like an iPhone 10 and above, they took out the external microphone port because Apple is kind of streamlining towards the wireless Bluetooth compatibility for sound. So if you have an iPhone 10, for example, or one of the new iPhones that are out, you have to get a microphone like this that connects to the power port. And I personally have this microphone, and it's a really good microphone. And if you have like an older style iPhone and you have to have, like a regular sound port, you can use an external microphone like this by Rode. And this is one of the first external microphones I've ever bought. And it's very good quality, but you could simply just go to Amazon. You can find some really good quality microphones for sale there. Now, if you're doing videos from a laptop or a desktop, you're going to need professional sound to come from those videos. So what I would encourage is an external desktop microphone. Now, the one that I have that you're listening to right now is called the Blue Yeti, and this is what it looks like. And what I'll do is I'll open it up in a new tab so you can kind of take a quick look at it. But basically, it just connects via USB to your laptop or your computer, and works both with Mac and Windows. It's very professional. It's very easy to set up. You just plug it in and you just go to work. And it's a very good microphone. You can get this on Amazon. You can buy it at Walmart, Best Buy. It's a good quality microphone, and there's a ton of others. The important thing is that you use something. Something is better than nothing. Next, we're going to look at if you have a DSLR camera. That's it's more of a professional camera that can shoot 1080p or 4K images and videos. And if you want to use one of those, I would encourage you to get a external microphone for that. And Rode is one of the most popular brands that are out there, and it simply just connects straight to your DSLR camera. And what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to shoot extremely professional video and you'll be able to have high quality sound to go with it. So you'll need to pick that up. Lastly, we're going to look at if you're wanting to shoot videos or tutorial videos from your desktop or laptop, you're going to want to get a high quality, high definition webcam. And basically the purpose of a webcam is to provide more higher quality videos than what a standard, your standard camera that you have on your computer. And so for example, this is the one that I have. It's the Logitech C20R. Actually, that's not it. I think it should be down here. The one that I have, actually it can remove the background. So if you have like a green screen in the background, you'll be able to remove your background and shoot videos that way. This is really popular among gamers that use Twitch, that try to upload even videos here on YouTube of games that they play. And this is the one that I have, and it's streamlined. You just connect it via USB, and I think you do have to install a software, but it's kind of done automated. But that's the one you'll do. So that's your equipment. The other spectrum is that if you're doing tutorials or you're trying to, do what I'm doing right now, which is to do screen recording, to record my screen and to be able to show it to you, you're going to need a screen recording software. The one that I use is called Camtasia. And this is one of the most professional screen recording and video editors out there. I believe it was, I think I paid $250 for it I think it was like several years ago. You can get it a little bit cheaper. I think I used a promo code. I was able to get like 30 or 40 bucks off. If you're a college student or if you're a teacher, I believe they give discounts for that. It might be like $199 or $150 or something like that. You'll have to just kind of look into it, but you'll be able to record your screen. You'll be able to do professional editing, such as adding effects and doing professional transitions, adding, doing zoom and panning and, adding titles. So that's something that I would suggest. But if you're on a budget, there's plenty of free alternatives that are out there. You could just do a Google search for free video editor or free screen recorder. Here's a couple of suggestions for you. One is called Loom. It's used by a lot of companies that need to shoot a quick tutorial video to show you how to troubleshoot something. In fact, I had a company the other day send me a video, and it was them going through the software that I'm using, and they were able to show me something, and they use Loom, and I believe it is free. And Screencast-Matic is actually the first screen recorder and video editing software I've ever used. It's the very first one. It was about, like 5 years ago, I think. They have a free version, but it'll have their logo watermark on the videos that you record. But if you upgrade, I think it was like 10, 20 bucks, or I don't know. It was like it's super cheap. In fact, we'll look at pricing real quick since we're kind of talking about it. But looks like, oh my goodness. I mean, $1.50 a month. That is crazy. So yeah, that's pretty cheap. I mean, you can get a lot of these features. I would only suggest a software like this if you're a beginner. Okay. If you're more advanced, this is not really going to give you what you need if you want to do more advanced editing and screen recording. Loom is good if you just want to do basic screen recording. But I would suggest Camtasia. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next step. So the next step number 2, is going to be the introduction. So the introduction is the part of the video which is the very beginning where you're introducing yourself. You're explaining what your video is about. So there's a couple of key things that we need to do to ensure that your introduction is optimized properly. Because if you do the introduction wrong, you'll lose subscribers, you'll lose views, and you'll lose watch time. So if you want to do it correctly, you have to add some of these steps in. And let me give you an example of the proper way to do an introduction. So this is Sean Cannell. He is somebody that I was following, in the beginning of my entrepreneur journey years ago when I was trying to learn how to, what equipment to use to shoot YouTube videos, how to properly, optimize your videos, the right framework, things like that. I learned a lot from him. I even bought one of his courses, and I contribute a lot of what I do to him. And so anyway, I'm going to give you an example of what he does. Here's a couple of things. I'm gonna play the first part of this video for you, and I want you to notice several things. Number one, whenever we're doing keyword research to make sure that our videos are going to rank properly, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but the keywords for his video are best video editing software. So the one thing that he does is in his introduction, in the first 5 to 10 seconds, he says his keywords out loud. What that does is it helps the YouTube algorithm to be able to place your video at a higher ranking and show it to more people simply because you said your keywords multiple times inside of your video. And one of the last videos that I just uploaded, and I'll go ahead and place the link to that video up here, but I actually teach you where you're supposed to put your keywords, what tools that you can use to optimize your videos, some free and some paid tools, where to put your keywords, what tags to have, the proper way to do keyword research. But I'll link it up here and you can take a look at it, and I'll also put it in the description below. So if you want to go back and watch that video so you can look at those steps, you're welcome to do that. But he says the name of his video. He introduces himself. He explains what the video is about. He challenges people to subscribe to his channel and to engage and interact with him. Then he goes on to go into the content of the video. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
So what is the best video editing software for Mac and PC, and how can you take your video editing to the next level? I'm going to talk about that in this video. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here with Think Media TV, helping you go further, faster in media. And on this channel, we do tech gear reviews, video gear reviews, and even software videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And hey, at any point during the video, check out links and show notes in the description below. I'll list out everything I talk about and all the software recommendations down there. Let's get into the video. So a ton of questions have been coming in.
So that's the introduction. As you can see, he said his long tail keywords. He explained who he is, what the video is about. He encouraged you to subscribe to his channel. And that's the proper framework for an introduction that you're supposed to be doing inside of your videos. And if you will take action and implement what he just did and what I'm going over, I can guarantee you that you're going to get an increased watch time, views, and subscribers. So step number 3 is going to be the presentation. That's going to be the part of the video that you'll be doing that's going to be between the introduction and the close of the video. So what I want to challenge you to do is inside of your presentation, you want to do several things to ensure that you are retaining your watch time. So one of the things that you've got to understand is this, that the average attention span of people is, and studies have shown this, is the same as a goldfish. So it's about 1 to 3 seconds that you have. So whenever you are starting your video, you have about 1 to 3 seconds to grab somebody's attention and to get them to stay on that video. If you fail to do that, they will bounce off and they will go somewhere else. So you already had a good introduction. You explain who you are, explain what the video is about. That alone should get people to at least get to the presentation. When you're doing the presentation, you have to be able to keep people on the video. Several ways to do that is to be excited. So if you sit here and you talk at this level and these are the steps that you're going to take to rank your video. Step number 1 is to do this. So if you have that really low monotone, voice and you're not excited, people might say, "Oh my goodness, this guy's depressed." He probably doesn't know what he's talking about. So you want to be excited and you want to have a personality. Secondly, you need to be entertaining. You need to provide value inside of your video. Go over the several different points, and most importantly, you need to solve a problem. Unless the video is only about entertaining someone, your video should be solving a problem. So for example, in this video, a lot of people are trying to rank their videos on YouTube, and they're trying to get people to notice their videos. So if you watch this video, listen and implement the steps I'm teaching you, I can promise you that your problem will be solved. Let's move over to step number 3. Or 4. Step number 4 is the close. The close is the last part of the video where you presented the the introduction of the video, you presented the content of the video. Now it's time to close out the video, where you're going to be giving people an expectation of what they can expect from the content that they receive, and then you're going to be challenging people to take action by downloading the PDF in the description below, or signing up for the service that's in the description. And then you're going to challenge them to subscribe, to comment below the video, and basically what you're doing is you're getting people to take action. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make is they'll shoot a video and then they'll get to the end, and what they'll do is they'll say, and so that's the end of the video, and what I want to do now is I want to challenge you to, and then they'll talk about the offer, or to subscribe to their channel. So once you say the statement that, okay, so this is the end of the video, studies have been shown that about 90 to 95% of people that are watching your video and you make the statement that this is the end of the video, they are going to jump off at that point. I can show you time after time, and in the analytics where we're literally on the graph, people just drop off the video if you make that statement that this is the end of the video. And so what you want to do is, and you also have to think of it from their perspective. You just said that this is the end of the video. They don't have anything else to expect from you. They're not going to expect there's any more value, there's any more content, but you still have something that you want to say. Now, sometimes people have that awkward close, like, okay, so well, that's the end of the video, and they get a little awkward about it. So what you want to do is you want to optimize your close in a way to where people don't even know that you're closing until the very end of the video. Let me show you an example. So on this exact same video from Sean Cannell, I'm going to show you his close. And what I want you to notice is that he doesn't make the statement that, okay, so that is the end of this video. I hope you got a ton of value, and I want you to do A, B, and C, okay? He doesn't do that. What he does is he goes through several different things, and then he waits to the very end to actually do the close where it's obvious that's the end of the video. Let me go ahead and play that for you right now.
Over time. Question of the day: what video software do you use, and what are your tips for getting better at video editing? Let me know in the comments section below, and remember that some of the best tips and ideas come from you, the Think Media TV community. So make sure to connect with everybody in the comments section. So thanks so much for checking out this video. Definitely subscribe for more videos just like this. And if you haven't downloaded the Think Media TV Video Gear Buyer's Guide, it's a guide I put together with the best deals for every budget.
So as you can see, he explains inside of the close that that you can go and you can subscribe to his channel, to comment below if you got value, and then he provides a free resource, and he basically explains what you need to take action on, which is to go to the comments and to click on the link, or he provides the bit.ly link right here. So that's the proper way of doing a close. And so basically what you need to be thinking about is that a YouTube video has 3 parts. It has the introduction, and then it has the content of the video, and then it has a close. And if you optimize your videos properly, where you're doing all 3 correctly, you're going to do several things. You're going to retain your audience and watch time, and you're also going to increase subscribers. So step number 5 is going to be editing uploading, and the boost. So let me explain. Whenever you shoot your video, a lot of people think, okay, so I'm done shooting my video and thank goodness it's over. Actually, it's not. That's actually just the beginning. The most crucial part and the most important part of you ranking your video and getting it in front of as many people as possible is not the actual process of shooting the video. It is actually the editing, the uploading, and then something that I like to call the boost. So whenever you're editing your video, you want to do it in a professional manner where you're doing your cuts correctly. Let me explain. So whenever I go from this slide and then I go, the previous slide, let's say, for example, if I went from that slide and then I went over to the YouTube video where I showed you the proper way to close your video. Okay, let's say that in my editing, I just left it alone. So when you watch it, the way that it would look is that I would say, so let's take a look at an example at step number 4. And then the video keeps going. And what I do is I minimize the PowerPoint and then I go over to YouTube and then I stop and I say, this is an example. So that entire process is not very professional. You don't need to show those different transitions where maybe you're minimizing a bit, a window and you need to go to a different resource or you need to show something else. What you need to do is cut that out to where it's instant. And what that does is it provides professionalism in your video and people appreciate that. Another thing is when you're uploading your video, you need to have a certain process that you use. And I'm going to show you some examples. Now, before I show you, again, inside the description of this video that you're watching, I'm going to include a link to the last video that I did on how to rank your YouTube videos. And I go over all of these steps in detail. So I do want to encourage you to check that out so you can get a more hands-on tutorial on that. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. So I'm over here on YouTube and I have the keyword search term, how to rank YouTube videos fast, step by step. And the video that I was just talking about, the previous one that I uploaded several days ago, or actually, no, it was yesterday, I was able to get it ranked on the first page of YouTube. And here it is right here. And as you can see, it's on the first page. But I want to show you some best practices that you use when you upload a video. So what you need to do prior to even shooting your video, you need to do something called keyword research. You need to find out which keywords that you need to be using in your video that are going to help you to rank your video properly. And so we're going to go to the very first video that ranked number 1, and we're going to go to that video, okay? There's a couple of things I want to show you. Now, I have several tools and software that I use. I'll include it in the description below. One of them is called vidIQ, and I have the paid version, so it's boosted, and it enables me to see all of the data that I need to rank my videos. I'm able to see if his title is too long, which, according to this, being that he's number 1, that doesn't really matter because he's got the tags right, his description is right, he's got a ton of engagement, he pinned his comment, shared it on Facebook, he got engagement on Facebook. I can see all of his video tags, I can see his channel tags, and so much more. If you go and watch the previous video that I uploaded, you'll see in more detail of what I'm talking about. But whenever I'm doing my research, I'll go to the very first video that I'm wanting to rank for, and I'll look at their keywords. And one thing I'll notice is that they're going to be putting their keywords, which for him is how to rank any YouTube video. He's going to have it in 6 to 7 different places, okay? Number 1, he's going to have it in the title. Number 2, he's going to say it in the video inside the introduction. Number 3, whenever he shot this video, saved it on his computer, when he named the video file, he named it how to rank any YouTube video first page. So he actually put the keywords on the file name. That's number 3. Number 4, he put his keywords multiple times inside of his description. That's number 4. Number 5, he has his keywords inside of his tags. Number 6, he has his keywords inside of the comments. So that is a minimum of 6 to 7 ways that you are putting your keywords into your video embedded everywhere, what that does is that gives the YouTube algorithm the opportunity to show your video where it needs to go. If you're not implementing those exact steps, there's a good chance that the algorithm will not know where to put your video, and it'll just have to guess. And when that happens, you're bound to fail. And funny thing is, I'm noticing that he actually has the same microphone I have, but that's beside the point. But I want you to notice he gets a ton of engagement. Look how many likes he has. Look how many views. Okay, and I want you to look how many comments. 375 comments. All of those things combined, the engagement, where he's putting the keywords, the fact that he gets watch time, the fact that he shared it on social media, that he optimized his video properly in the way that I am showing you in this video, he has been able to rank his video #1. And because of it, he is generating a full-time income from it, just like I am able to generate a full-time income from my business because I learned the proper way to optimize your video. Now, another thing I want to show you, and this is just kind of a bonus training, and that is how to boost your video. So after you upload your video, there's several things you can do. You could take your video, okay? So let's say that we take the video that I did. What I would do, and this is just kind of a hack that you could do, is you can open it. You can open this video in about 5 to 10 different tabs on your browser and just let it play. And then what I'll do is I'll mute it. And then I'll open up a different browser like Firefox, and I'll open 5 to 10 tabs and I'll let the video play. I'll open up Internet Explorer and I'll let the video play 5 to 10 times. Beside me over here, I have a standing computer because I have some back problems. What I do is I stand, over here on this. I have a Mac Mini with 2 monitors. And what I'll do is I'll open up, 5 to 10, windows with this video. I'll email it to myself, and then I'll open it on my laptop, and I'll open it 5 to 10 times. What that does is it gives the algorithm a boost, and YouTube is assuming that people are watching your video right away. And what they're going to do is they're going to boost your video up to the first page. And another thing you can do is do something called getting backlinks. Several ways to do backlinks. A backlink is basically a link that's linking the link to your video. And the more backlinks you have, the more that YouTube is seeing that traffic is coming externally outside of YouTube to your video, and they reward your video even more. So what you want to do is you want to put links to your videos inside the description of your video. So let me show you an example. We're going to go to this video, and we're going to mute it. And then I'm going to show you below that inside the description, of course, I have the description set up properly. I have keywords and tags embedded all throughout. I show you how to do that in my previous video. And then I have 3 links to 3 YouTube videos. And what that is, these are backlinks that are going to other videos, and that's giving additional traffic. In this video you're watching right now, I'm going to put 3 to 5 links, including the link to my previous video that I told you about several times. I'm going to put that in this video. And so another thing you could do is in this, you can kind of do it at your own risk, but some people do it to give it that extra boost. Is you can go to Fiverr.com, and what you could do is I'll put a link below in the show notes for you to create an account if you have not already. It's free to create an account, and what you could do is you can search for YouTube backlinks, and what you do is for like $5, you can have somebody create backlinks that go to your video. And you want to choose somebody that's got a lot of positive ratings and someone that speaks clear English. Another thing you could do is you can go to a website like that's called smmlight.com. And there are like dozens and dozens of websites out there that do this. But basically what you could do is you can order YouTube views. You can order views, subscribers, likes, shares, all that stuff. What you could do is you can order 300, 500 views, and what that does is it gives your video that extra boost. But I do want to encourage you to use common sense. If you go and order 10,000 views, YouTube is probably going to catch that, and you could get into trouble. So these 2 tips that I'm giving you, just, use common sense, use it at your own risk. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it. And YouTube has, to my knowledge, not come out and said that you can't order views unless you're monetized. You're not supposed to do that. But use common sense. Don't overdo it. Don't order a gig that has 550,000 YouTube backlinks. That's kind of ridiculous. I don't think you really need that. Maybe 10, 20, 50. I mean, I'm not even sure I would go over 100. Like, this one might be good, which is 70 plus 20, authority backlinks. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm going. You want to give your video that extra boost. So what I want to do now is I want to say a huge thank you, especially if you stuck it out to this part of the video. I do want to encourage you to make sure that you subscribe below and make sure that you hit the notification button, little bell that's right next to it, because videos like this are coming out all the time, and I may just provide a value-packed video that you need to be able to crush it in your business. Lastly, I want to challenge you to comment below and let me know if you got value. Also, I'd like to know what your thoughts are. What kind of tutorial videos would you like me to create? Is there a certain subject, or, are you doing affiliate marketing or network marketing? Do you need to know how to drive traffic? How to build a high converting sales funnel? Is there something specific you want me to create a video about? Let me know in the comments below, and I may just do that. And this is Billy Aiken. I want to congratulate you for taking your business serious, taking your YouTube channel serious, and I want to challenge you to implement all of the steps that I've laid out before you, and I'll see you on the next video.